Hey, everybody.
Hey, how you doing?
I am checking out messages from work, and I just didn't have to. I thought they were talking to me. I thought they were talking to me. They know better than that, but yeah, it's all good. So what's going on new?
Nah, nothing much. Nothing much at all, actually. Got a haircut. That's about it.
I need a haircut.
Other than that, I've been doing some stuff with the...
Say I need a haircut.
Oh, yeah. I've been putting videos up, as you've seen earlier. I've been working on a few furniture things. A couple tables and stuff like that. Nobody asked. You're my son. Nobody asked.
That's what I'm talking about. You got to get them racks built and get some babies going.
Yep.
Yeah,
I got about maybe a month to go yet, because it's like 59 to 60 days, I guess.
For the babies?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got another month to go. I thought they laid a little bit sooner than that. I thought it was like 40 days ago.
No, they laid on May 27th was the first clutch. So that takes me into July 27th for 60 days. So
I had
Wally's in the house.
Hey, I should get my butt over to the comment section, shouldn't I? Woo!
Leonardo's in here.
Hey, Wally and Leonardo setting up the Typhoon right now that just hatched. Oh. And Wally's telling you more Cecil videos.
Yeah, the Cecil videos are pretty cool. I got to put, I just figured I would try that today. But once he gets used to the camera being in there, I don't know if you noticed today, he's kind of real curious, he notices everything. Once he gets used to the camera in there, he'll be fine with it.
Yeah, I think it's a good video. I think it's really good. The GoPro's picking it up. It looks great. And I mean, it's different. No one's doing the underwater stuff right now.
Yeah. Wally should get one for his aquariums. I've done them before with the aquariums.
I thought Wally wasn't doing that much fish, and then in one of the videos, he has tons of fish behind him.
Yeah, he's got a whole wall of fish tanks already. See, he's like a typical addict. When you start something,
it's over.
It's over. But yeah, I got to give it to Wally though. He had fish before, and I interviewed Wally long time ago about discus fish and all kinds of fish like that, and Killies fish, and it got pretty interesting. So you guys should check that one out. I'll have to get it up one day for you guys to listen to it.
Yeah, put it up and share it up. I had some. Don't tell them that. Great. She's gonna call me. She's gonna be like, "I never call you, but now I'm gonna call you. I'm killing you because you gave him fish." No, I didn't give him fish.
No.
But I had that Gemdar. I call them Gemdars now. The Gem Radar. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I saw that. Is that the one you just shared with me the picture the other day, right?
Yeah. Hey, Luna Geckos.
Luna. How are you?
The Gem Snow is. I didn't think I was going to hit 2 Gem Snow radars this year because my Gem Snow is just Het Bell head eclipse, and I didn't want all radars. I kind of wanted Gem Bells too. So I only bred him to a Bell albino that's Het radar, head eclipse, and a actual hypo that's Het radar. That's all I bred him to. That's it. And I've hit 2. I've hit a male that he's kind of disappointing to me. My male is about 20 grams now, the Gem radar, but I hit the female and she looks amazing to me. So we might build something around her.
Well, congratulations on that then.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
See, even Molly's saying Gemdar.
Gemdar.
I was talking to Miles and I was showing him because he was showing me some of his stuff he was hatching, and I'm like, "Hey, look, it's a Gemdar."
Yeah, it's quite amazing with the whole waiting period. Just to see what you can get when you know the things you can get. And then when you hit something that you really wanted or something, then it's all really.
Yeah, my problem is I know this sounds really bad. I have so much and I look, I'm like, oh, what's in there? And I have to look on top. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Sweet. I'm like, cool. Because I had some more blood stuff 2 days ago. And
I seen pictures of that hatched.
Yeah.
Out.
I
That
sent you
was
some blood stuff.
amazing. Yes.
That blood eclipse is actually for a hatchling is kind of orangey for an eclipse. So she might get held back, even though I hate eclipse because eclipses and everything. Might hold that back.
Yeah.
I might.
Now, would you be able to reverse engineer the eclipse out of that eventually if you?
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to do. That's
Okay.
exactly because
Is that why you were said what you said? Right? You're like,
yeah.
The only problem is it's got eclipse.
My founding male is a het eclipse and het. My founding blood male is a het eclipse het Tremper albino. So I'm trying to reverse engineer that pretty deep. Now I did test out 2 female infernos, and they have not produced an albino this year, or they didn't produce an albino last year. In both years, they were bred to raptors. So I got 27 eggs now out of the one and 22-ish out of the other one, and no albinos. So a visual going to him, I should be okay. I don't know if I'm going to take him to it, but I might take him into that and make myself some blood inferno crosses. I might. I don't know if I want to or not.
What do you think will be the hardest combination to reverse engineer for you? Which one do you think is going to be the most complicated to do?
Eclipse. I don't know why it's hanging around. I'm trying to get it out of clouded, and I can't get Eclipse out of clouded. I have clouded that was really small chance to be het Eclipse, and I bred it to a clouded Eclipse, and I produced some really dark babies, and they're Eclipse. So, and out of them, so I back square one next year, try to reverse engineer them. Now, it might be easier with my pure macularis. When I start using my pure macularis, it'll probably be easier.
Okay, because there's Eclipse in a lot of stuff.
Well, Eclipse is the eye trait that everyone likes because it's everywhere.
It's a shame that the hobby, especially like leopard geckos, has gotten so jumbled together without keeping pure stuff going. Well,
the reason is leopard gecko breeders don't stick around usually. They don't. You'll get leopard gecko breeders that come in, they'll breed for 4 or 5 years, and then they either jump into ball pythons or they leave the hobby altogether. And usually when that breeder dies off, not dies like physically, but dies off in the hobby, they are going to, their projects are gone. No one wants them. So like when Matt Baronic left, I mean, everyone mixed Clown and G Project. What the, really? Clown is a total different thing to G Project. G Project was something on its own, which was an amazing gecko. And people were like,
yeah, I remember that.
G Project Clown. Why would you take 2 opposite geckos that's going 2 different ways and mix them together to start over? And now it's hard to find Clown and hard to find, that look that he did.
See, that's okay if you keep some of the pure line going all the time.
Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to do. And that's my whole point. I'm not doing it for the money. I mean, I produce enough geckos. I got my big money projects, but I'm going to try to reverse engineer it where you come to me, you can say, I got a pure Eclipse. There's nothing else in it. I guarantee it. I guarantee this is nothing but Eclipse, or this is nothing but Tremper albino, and this is nothing but Bell albino, and this is nothing but patternless. And if someone wants to start from phase 1, they can through me.
Yeah, see, now that would be good because there's some new stuff out there that would probably go good with some of the original stuff. There's other stuff isn't in it, so I could see why you're doing what you're doing.
Think about it, guys. Marble Eye kind of went off the edge when Cypher came out. When Cypher was said, because everyone kept their Marble Eye like, oh, can I get Cypher? Because Cypher came out of Marble Eye.
Yeah, that's like the ball pythons with the red gene, with the red stripe. I mean, as soon as Justin Kabalka came out with that Pompeii, instead it had red stripe, the red in it, everybody was like, what? I mean, people couldn't give those away. Now you can't touch one.
Oh, I agree. It's just the gecko community goes a different way, and I know we're not on our topics yet, guys. I'm sorry, we'll get there. Yeah, but the gecko community, how can I put it? As a lot of people go after the big projects because they think it takes $1,000 animal or $1,500 animal to make money. And when you go to a business aspect, I'm going to tell you, I've been in it for a long time. I've been in the reptile trade market for a long time. $1,500 animals and $2,500 animals are not what make you money. It's the $300 animals and the $200 animals that continuously sell. Mm-hmm. Cypress red stripe, Mr. Crawley said. So,
how? Not to change the subject real quick, but how are your new babies that you hatched out last week that you were all excited about?
Oh no, I do got some bad news. I had one deformed one, and it did not make it, and I lost 2 other ones. They were not.
You were saying that you were thinking that the one was pretty,
Yeah, she didn't even make it through the night. Him. It didn't make it through the night. It was that deformed one. And then I lost 2 other ones. I'm kind of upset about it, but the other ones are eating great. They eat out of my hand, a couple of them. I have peanut beetles from Wally. Them worms were working great. And I got some small mealworms. They're doing great. And the parents, they're back to being mean. So.
Okay. Did you go through the enclosure and see if there was any other ones laying in there anywhere?
I took everything out and redid the whole enclosure. I sifted, because I keep them on loose substrate. I sifted it to see if I can find them. And I seriously, because they burrow. Mm-hmm. But they're good. There's nothing else in there. I had 8. I have 5 left. But they're all doing good now.
5 still isn't bad, though. I mean, I understand it. It's upsetting when you lose a few. Mm-hmm. But I think with those 5, with the 2 you have, you're well on your way.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting rid of any of them. I got someone asked me about them, and I'm like, I'm going to keep them.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
The alligator lizards are my boys or girls or whatever they are. I'm looking right at them. They're right here. I got cave geckos over here. I have the alligator lizard parents. I got the alligator babies. Behind the green screen, I have leaf tails. When I get this finally done in this room where it's nice background, I'll take it off and we'll just see leaf tails. Because you might not see a leaf tail. You probably just see the enclosure.
How are the cave geckos doing?
The cave geckos are doing great. I got a buddy that I got them from. They're doing really good. And my breeding pair gave me, I got 6 eggs from them now. I know that's really small for, cave geckos breeders, if they're out there. But I'll probably not sell any of them cave geckos that I'm producing. I'm going to raise them up, keep females. I'm going to buy males. I'm going to do the same thing I do with leopard geckos, identical. I'm going to do identical.
Now with the gargoyle gecko that I got, if I get myself a male, the babies are going to stay until I get up to a certain amount, and add to it as I go, because I'm excited about that. I want to get a glass enclosure for that one so you can see it, because that one's color change. It goes from white.
Gargies are insane.
It's crazy.
Gargies are insane. I like gargoyles. I'm not very well at breeding them. That's one of these troubled species.
But you're not going to give up, though, right? You're going to continue on until you get it done.
I'm going to continue on. I think I'm going to move some stuff. I'm looking at a house. We're looking at a couple houses. We're going to go a little bit bigger. And now I just found eggs today. Oh, cool. Sweet. Great idea, guys. Hold back the best and sell the others. Yeah, I hold back. When it comes to female or leopard geckos, I produce my own females. It takes a lot for me to buy a female. Like, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. But I buy males. I'm going to do the same thing with the cave geckos. My alligator lizards, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet because they're not common. But I don't know what I'm going to do there. The gargoyles and stuff, I'm going to set up in another room along with the tortoises and stuff.
Now with the cave gecko, not the cave geckos, but the alligator lizards, can you do like one giant communal type of thing for them or no?
Females get territorial.
Do they really? See, now I don't know much about those because I've never dealt with those at all. I didn't know.
I've been talking to some people. I'm on a Facebook page, and I wanted to do that, and they said the females will actually attack each other. They get real territorial. The 2 I have get along great. They said don't push it. I keep them only in a 20 long. They're really
both
small,
females. You sure they're both female?
I can't get the other one to pop. Well, I get the one that had babies. We know that's female. I can't get the other one that popped. To pop. So we're thinking it's female. We'll find out. Because I did get it gravid. I got the one gravid. So I don't know. I tried to have Ryan pop it, and he couldn't get it to pop. I tried to pop it like a week ago. I can't get it to pop, but I can pop the female other one.
Now you said that particular species of alligator lizards is hard to come by, right?
They're the most they're the most common.
Okay,
they're the most common ones, but people usually don't sell them because they're cheaper. They're still like $400 or $500 a piece. Oh,
maybe you can find yourself a male and throw in there with them 2 females and really get it going.
Where I got him, he has like six of them. I thought about buying all 6. But I don't know because I just raise these up and then I'll see if I should have a male in there and I should be good.
Yeah, I'm sure at least one you would hope would be a male.
No. So, I mean, things are going good. I just got asked earlier if I have babies for sale. And I'm like, I always have stuff for sale. I'm down. I'm lower than usual. But 500-ish, 450. That, some of them aren't up over 15 grams, but I mean, I don't mind taking pictures of them and say, by the time we make the deal and I ship, it'll be over 15 grams.
Yeah. The only thing Leonardo says he found eggs today.
Finding eggs is fun.
That's what he said. It's a good day today, he said.
It's always a good day when you get eggs.
The other day I won that contest and got that free food, which was good. That free gecko food, which is great. I'm glad I won that. I enter all kinds of stuff contests. One day I got a message saying, you're going to claim your prize. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it was a fish giveaway. It was fish food. And it was like $1,000 worth of fish food that had to come all the way from Canada. They had to import it. It was a big thing. I was like, oh, I didn't even know I won.
Oh, yeah. I got a story about a contest, and this is 2014. But before we get to our topics, I'll tell the story. I have the Gecko blog. Everyone knows about the Gecko blog if they've been following me a while. I've had the Gecko blog for a while. There's like 3,500 members on it or something. I don't know. But anyways, there's people that back in 2013, 14, it would do contests and they would say, oh, Gary entered and Matt entered and this person entered and this person entered. Well, I won one of them and it was a gecko. And I'm like, well, I was like, well, I'm not being mean. I don't need that gecko. I don't want it, And so I said, just give it to the next person. And that person got really offended. And I was thinking like, I already got cool geckos, give it to someone else. So now I'm different. And I'm like, okay, I won. Okay, I'll take it. I was wrong. I shouldn't have done it. I should have just accepted it. But I was like, I don't really need a gecko. I didn't even know I entered your contest.
See, with something like that, they're thinking, wow, Warner Exotics, big gecko breeder, won my gecko. He's going to have one of my geckos in his collection. That's what they're thinking, And then you just say, no, I really don't want it. You're like, oh, crap.
Yeah, and I should have just took it. And I learned something that day. So now if someone adds me to a contest and I win, I just accept it. I just like,
they had a giveaway at Christmas time, like Wally Kern was doing the giveaway and stuff like that. Well, they had this other contest. This TNT guy got a bunch of reptile breeders together and they were doing all these giveaways of all this stuff. And what you do is when you come in, as you go in, like if you're number one in there, you get number one, number two, number three. I entered. I happened to pop into the live stream. I was number 69 or 68. It was 68 or 67 or something like that. And I started winning. And everybody was getting mad because I started winning. And it didn't stop. Every time they spun the wheel, my number popped up. I won snakes. I won all kinds of stuff. It got to the point where I was like, give it to spin it again and give it away. And that's what I was doing. I was like, spin it again and give it away. And everybody would, it was just like I was winning everything. And the next day, everybody's like, you won all that stuff. I'm like, I didn't want to win it all. I just popped in to say hi. And my name was in it.
That's cool.
Before we get on to our topic, though, we're going to do a sticker giveaway today, so people hang around and get more people in. Not that it's a big thing; it's just a sticker. But
hey, it's a sticker. It's cool. I like it.
So
yeah, we do a sticker giveaway.
Giving a sticker giveaway.
Whoever wins Andy's sticker gets him too.
There it is. You guys get Andy too for a little bit. Yeah, but I'm saying it's a sticker. It's fun. I like the stickers.
Whoever
Stickers are great.
them, let me know. I'll ship them your way. I'm done with them.
So, yeah, the stickers are fun. We'll do a sticker giveaway. I do need to make Orner Exotic stickers. As you see, I should do something with that.
Yeah, I like them.
I get creative with my backgrounds. I don't know why. I get bored at work. I'm serious. That's what it is. But anyway, the topic. What made me think of this? I haven't talked to you about this because I've been busy this week.
Not all week. You've been busy. I haven't talked to you much. You sent me a couple pictures and stuff. That was about it.
Yeah, I sent you some pictures of some geckos and stuff. But the clickbait and misinformation. And we talked about live feeding. We did talk about live feeding a little bit.
Yeah, that we talked about. Yeah.
Yeah. And clickbait hurts the hobby. And I know Wally kind of talked to me a little bit about it and stuff like that. Because if you guys ever notice, when I'm online, it's like in spurts. I'm online for 20 minutes, I'm gone. Then I'm online for 20 minutes, I'm gone. But clickbait does hurt the hobby. And I'm not going to say you guys might be able to figure it out by the time. I'm not going to say who. But clickbait is something like this to me. Non-clickbait's this. Leopard geckos or setting up baby leopard gecko tubs. Non-clickbait. But clickbait to me is my leopard gecko attacked me while I'm setting up their baby tubs. It's a leopard gecko. Or my venomous monitor attacked me.
No.
That's clickbait.
That was a headline. I remember that.
Yeah. And now the reason that this is clickbait and the reason that it hurts our hobby is these people can take a screenshot of that and conclude whatever they want. They do not have to watch that video.
Nope, and they don't.
And they can take it and they can use it to hurt the hobby more and get people turned against the hobby. Now, I get it. Giant snake attacks close call. That's another one. Giant snake close call.
Another one is the versus videos.
Yeah. Oh, versus videos. I don't even consider them part of the hobby, but that is one of the worst things we can have for the hobby.
Because what they do is they're going to use that majorly against us. They're going to say, see, these guys are using these animals, and they're going to say it's cruelty. Even though it happens in the wild, they're going to say it's cruelty. But a lot of these animals won't come across each other in the wild.
I think it was Wiccan Reptiles. Wiccan Reptiles. That's his name. Wicked. I call him Wicked Reptiles, but he's pretty big on YouTube. And I just found
got 100 and some thousand subscribers. I know exactly.
Amazing. I love the guy, and he's the one that introduced me to versus because he was like doing like what's good for the hobby, what's bad for the hobby.
Yeah, he did that video. That was like 2 weeks ago, maybe, where he did the video where the worst channels out there or something. But then I look at that, even though Wiccan, I like him. He's a good guy, and I like his stuff. But to highlight them on a big channel like that makes other people want to go see what's all about.
That's what it did. It made me go, and we're talking about it, but it made me go look at it, and it made them get paid. And all they do, guys, and don't go click their, they have a glass cube, and they literally just take two different animals, throw them in there. Until I don't know if I didn't watch them enough, if any of them died, but they would attack each other.
The main thing that they do that with is like your toads and your Pac-Man frogs. But you know what? Toads and Pac-Man frogs and pixie frogs are pretty vicious animals when it comes to eating things. They pretty much take anything down. So, Yeah,
and that's the bad information like that. The bad information when you can't say you don't know something. I see that in the leopard gecko community. I see it in the ball python community, the corn snake community. When they're doing their lives or when they're doing a video, more so lives, they don't want to look, and I don't mean this to be mean, they don't want to look like they don't know and they're stupid. So if someone asks them a question, instead of saying, I'm not totally sure about that, I'll get back to you, I'll send you a link or I'll get back to you, they'll just start making stuff up in their head. And you can tell that they're doing it because they'll stop and think about what to say. And then what they say is a line of BS. That also hurts the hobby because the line of BS is putting on false information. And that's something that hurts us.
What I always do is I always like, if it's something I don't know, I'm like, well, if I don't know it, I'm sure I can find somebody who does know the answer, and I will get.
Yeah. And when people ask me, like, I had someone ask me how to breed green iguanas, just 2 days ago. And I'm like, okay, first, I don't breed green iguanas. I don't want to breed green iguanas. There's no reason to breed green iguanas. But I said, I don't know. And they said, but you do reptiles. For someone to say I've owned reptiles for 5 years or 20 years doesn't mean that they know everything about all reptiles. It's not true. I mean, I've owned leopard geckos for I don't know, 15 years. And there's still stuff I learned about leopard geckos.
Oh, of course.
I mean, and I don't like the clickbait at all. I hate clickbait. I hate it.
And just because you have a big channel does not mean you know everything either.
Exactly. The biggest excuse I see for clickbait is I get people to click it. Okay, gotcha. But it's not the people that's going to click it and watch your channel that we're worried about. It's the people that's going to use it and do that little screenshot. And if it's one more person against reptiles, that you just hurt the hobby.
Well, if you're going to do, I guess that wouldn't be clickbait. If you actually have a thing on there and somebody clicks it and they watch the video, if it has something to do with what you said, I guess that wouldn't be considered clickbait.
That's right? Not clickbait. Yeah. If it's what you're doing, then it's just wrong bait. If it's something stupid. Like if you're actually getting bit by a cobra and you're saying, hey, I got bit by my cobra, and you show that, I mean, that's kind of dumb. But the getting bit by a venomous snake or this, I mean, all the ones trying to make it look vicious is just wrong.
Yeah. I don't think... if I got bit by something like that, I don't even think I'd put it up.
I never have put up a video of me getting bit. And I used to say all the time on my old videos, I would say, if I get bit, I'm sorry, because I wanted to show the animal, and I never got bit during that. Now, I did show, I had like a 15-foot retic, and I used to keep them in racks. That's what we did back then. Mm-hmm. We kept them in racks, and I pull out this big 6-foot rack drawer, and it has a 15-foot retic in it, and it jumps out at me. And it almost gets me in the midsection. And it's a friendly snake. And I use that as saying, this is why you need 2 people to handle big snakes.
I did a video. Now, I don't know if you would call this. Hey, Headhunter. I don't know if you'd call this clickbait or not, but it was a picture of Becky holding the box. And I said, unboxing. $46,000, right? But it was my son's medicine. I did a video of opening it up, saying how expensive the medicine was and how outrageous it was, and they shouldn't have had it. But it was $46,000, and I don't know if you'd consider that clickbait or not.
No, I mean, clickbait.
I got a lot of thumbs down on that, though.
Clickbait to me is leading them off to a different direction and putting a bad light on the hobby. You're never going to see clickbait from me. You won't see it. I won't do it. I just refuse. I refuse to do it because if I cannot build my channel on honesty, I don't want to build a channel. I've done it once. I've had over 100,000 subscribers, and I did it honestly. I didn't do clickbait. I didn't do anything else. I showed animals. My face was rarely on the screen. I rarely talked on the screen. It was always animals.
Yep. I don't put my face on much either unless we're doing something like this.
Yeah. And we didn't have live back then. Live wasn't a thing.
No.
And I would show like my rattlesnakes, and I would show my cobras, and I would show my gaboons. And I'll tell you, that put me on the market. That my venomous snakes put me on. I must have missed something. I'm not sure what that was part of.
That was part of the $46,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, if you go back and watch it, it is interesting because I talk about how why is that medicine that much money for somebody who absolutely had to have it,
It's ridiculous. Big Pharma Oh shoot! Screw big pharma. I mean, it's same thing with my daughter. My daughter's diabetic, and it means thousands of dollars a month,
Yeah,
thousands. And I mean, it's ridiculous. But
I agree, Headhunter.
I mean, I'm at the I'm at the point where if I only have 400 subscribers, like I think I'm at 360, and that's it, and people don't like my videos. Cool. Thumbs down it. It's going to help me out anyway.
Yeah.
Thumbs down my videos if you want. Thumbs up my videos if you want. I don't care.
It's an interaction.
Yeah.
I know that the one with the $46,000 box, everybody was expecting animals and stuff, but when they seen them, it was just medicine. They were upset. I got a lot of thumbs down, but I said, I don't care. Thumbs down. But like this channel here, all right, we're just starting off. But once we start interviewing people and we start getting people on, this channel is going to take off, I think.
Yeah, and the thing is getting people on, and I struggle, and someone's going to probably call me out on this. I don't want to be like the other channels.
No.
I don't want to interview the same people that everyone else is interviewing. I want to dive deeper. And the reason I want to dive deeper, and if you guys don't know this about me, I don't have a filter. I don't. And I'll ask anything. But I don't like drama. So it's contradicting itself, if you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm totally against clickbait. I'm totally against bad information. I'm totally against live feedings. And everyone's like, but you're a reptile keeper. But there's a way to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
To give you an example, I don't think Emily does clickbait. I haven't looked at all her stuff. She's huge.
She's huge. I don't think she's ever done clickbait. Most of her stuff is about setting up the store and the thing. And before that, it was all eggs and stuff like that. And I don't think her breeding stuff.
Thumbnails. I agree with Wally. I forgot about thumbnails. Thumbnails can be very misleading. It can be clickbait, and I agree with them. It's based on the content that is drama based and or not delivering what is promised, and that's what clickbait is. Like if I would say this clickbait. If I said I was going to give away $1 million today, and I had it set up where it's $1 million, but someone I knew, and that's clickbait. Yeah. That's 100% clickbait.
Did you see Wally's video today? It was great.
Yes, I love Wally's videos, and the thing is this is a busy time for me. Well, it's a busy time for him. I don't know how he's doing everything.
I don't either. Crazy.
Wally's a machine. He does it. Now I'm getting videos out now. I chose, I think, what is it today? Today's Friday. Yeah, today's Friday because of the show. So I did 9 a.m. release. I got to do Wednesday videos, but the Friday video is going to be more vlog style. And Wednesdays are going to be more animal way. The animals.
I told Wally in a text yesterday, I think it was, or today, I did a text, sent him a text saying, I explained to him where I think he comes from, and he said that made me laugh, man. I was like, yes.
I try to think back to how I used to do it, and because I used to put out videos like every 3 days. And I just don't remember how I did it all. And I mean, I have a big collection now. Don't get me wrong. I had a larger collection when I owned Pro Herbs. I mean, I had ball pythons. We had reticulated pythons. We had Burmese pythons. And we're not talking babies. We're talking adults. Mm-hmm. I had Matlock pythons. We had children's and spotteds.
There's a species I would like to get. And Woma pythons. We
had 4 rooms full of animals, and then we started doing living room stuff because we were running out of room. And I had my venomous. I had cobras and rattlesnakes. If you walked in my venomous room, you could not talk. I have videos I should upload. I had to yell because it was so loud. And now it's just like I don't know if it's just because I'm old and I'm tired. But it's just like I sit down in front, and now I'm just forcing myself to edit stuff, and it's getting there. It's getting there pretty easily now. And good, need to keep them going. And you and Andrew thank you. I appreciate that, and that helps me. To tell you the truth, that helps me more because my issue. Wally knows my issue.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a big issue. I do have an issue. But it's getting there. The video I did yesterday or this morning, I actually recorded it yesterday. Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
You
recorded it on
the
the
day
9th.
before that.
The 9th,
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say
9th.
day before that.
And I knew what I was going to do, and I edited it, and I forgot to turn on the camera recording when I did some other parts. I was on the back part of the property. I forgot to turn on.
I do stuff like that too.
I got so mad. I was like, I'm done. I'm over it.
It's yesterday when I put the camera in Cecil's setup the first time. I put it in there. I turned the camera on. It recorded, and I set it down in there, but it recorded 30 seconds because the cartridge, the thing was full. I pulled it out. It said full, and I went upstairs. It did like 2 seconds of the video. I'm like, what?
You
so
need
I had to do it again.
You need cards full. I just had it. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. These are at Walmart. They're 64 gigs. They're for the GoPro. The gray and red ones, and they're only $12.
Wow.
They're $12, 64. Yeah. I got them all over, but this one right here is Rothschild. But I already did a video, but it has Rothschild stuff on it. I literally just throw them down on the ground.
You know, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I have tons of SD cards.
You were talking about how you found how Wally finds the time, and you found the time, and all that. I think back 2 years ago, I did 500 and some vlogs every day. You know, daily vlog, and I don't know how I did it. I'm like, what the heck? It got to the point where I'm like, I need to stop for a minute.
I think if I did lives for the vlog, it would be easier for me, but then it'd be just talking head and it would be boring. Yeah, see, I got cards everywhere. See?
Yeah.
Now there's more stickers. See, I told you we were talking. That is from Eric and Ryan. That there's Impeccable Gecko. That's my boy Miles. On this one, it has an isopod. You see me rolling. I know you can see through it, guys. I have cards everywhere.
Wally, if you're still in here, do you have stickers?
I don't. Does he have stickers? I don't have one. I need one. If he has one, I need one.
People say the same thing.
But at the show, my daughter walks around and she collects them, and she collects business cards. And everyone at the show treats my daughter so awesome, and they're just great. And I think I only got one sticker at Rothschild, and I forget the name, but it's on my laptop. I put the stickers on my laptop, and I put my stickers on other things. My camera.
Everybody who sends me stickers, they always send me 2 stickers, and my daughter grabs one and sticks it right on her laptop. Boom, boom, and then the other ones go anywhere. So, Wally, I see what you were saying about the Luna Gecko's interview the other day, and it almost shut you down because it was out. Hey, Tanisha, I do have a question for you though. Now, do you use Wi-Fi, or do you like Bluetooth, or do you have it where it's directly connected into your, like a direct line into your computer, or what?
Yeah, the Luna Gecko thing. The interview was actually a really good interview. I was watching it.
So was I.
And I don't mean to be mean to Luna Gecko. I don't have a lot of time, and I didn't know who he was. I'm not being mean, and it's not anything against anybody. I just didn't. I knew a little bit about a little bit, and I don't make judgments off people without knowing the person, And I seen Wally interviewing him, and I'm like, perfect way to get to know the guy, right? Cool. Let's see what he says here. I did use Wi-Fi. Talk to you. That's why I didn't want to answer. I already knew the answer. Right now, and I think that's going to cure his issue. If you guys look at me, I'm on a direct line. Now, my router is 10 feet this way. The shorter your line is, the better, but you don't lose anything until about 100, 150 feet. And then you lose a little bit. 250 feet, you're good. You want to get Cat 6.
Now, with me, see, do I look okay, though?
You're my homie. Yeah, you look fine. You look good.
But no, I'm not. I'm Wi-Fi. It's in the other room.
Yeah, and now the difference in Wi-Fi is if you're running 5G and you're close enough, you should be good. But if the router's, the farther away you get in Wi-Fi, the farther you get. Now, Now the computer geek's coming on me. If everyone don't know, I used to own computer repair shops. So that's what I used to do. My machine next to me, I built from scratch. It's insane. I'll tell you later. But running it direct, you can get a very clear, crisp thing. Now, there is something I did to help us out, though. When I was running in 4K, I was streaming in, 1080. We were streaming at 1080 because StreamYard could do 1080. We were getting some artifacts in yours. If you go back, we can look at some artifacts. Everywhere dumbs down except for YouTube. Facebook dumbs it down, but we can stream in 1080 on YouTube.
So if I have a direct line, would that help?
It probably help. But at the same time, it's 720. No one can tell.
No,
I'm going to tell you.
Great.
Yeah, you can't tell 720 from 1080 on a computer screen, and especially you cannot tell it on a phone. You just can't. It's anyone who says I can tell. Well, I'm going to give you an example. I shot my video yesterday that everyone was watching. That was shot in 4K. I uploaded it in 1080. The reason that every videographer wants to shoot 8K, 4K, and all that other good stuff is they get more information. And now I'm going to let on that I know about photography and stuff. I don't like people knowing that I know a lot. I like people telling me more stuff. But I want that information. So when I go into the video, I can color grade easier. I can zoom in easier. I can, if I see something off in the corner and I want to zoom in on that and cut into it, it's going to be clear. And let's see what this, we're going to do this. We're going to go through. Big G is a great guy. How would you know him, Gary? So many people out there and good ones. Yeah, I didn't know. And when I seen Wally interviewing him, that's what I did. I was watching him. And I've actually watched Big G's videos because of Wally. 100%.
I think that's where I found him at, was through Wally.
You get to research for the records. Also, that is what I do. We all screw up every now and then. We do. My router is a floor away, 2 rooms over, and we have 8 devices running all the time. And absolutely hoping, knowing it will. Your direct lines will. I guarantee it. I'm almost positive you're going to be like, "Woo!" It's going to be beautiful. Wally forces have his direct internet at 720 is the way to be live. Yep.
Yeah, I think Wally let me know that he was going to be alive on Luna Geckos, and I went and found it, and I think that's how I found Luna Geckos when I did. But that was way back when Luna Geckos only had a few people. I follow a lot of people.
I gotta subscribe because I probably watched him at work, but the one that sticks out at me about Luna Gecko is he was doing a video about if you could take $1,000
that was a good
start
video.
A business. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, let's really see, you know? And I was like, oh, wow. Oh, okay. And I laughed my butt off when he tore the $100 bill. He was like, oh, you got to pay $50 for that. And I was like, it just made me laugh. It made me have fun. And
he's being honest, though. See, that was good. You know what I like about Luna Geckos? His intro. The music is really good music.
Yeah,
I like your music. I like all your stuff.
I like that, and I got to watch more. I tried to watch video when I code. I know that sounds really funny, but when I'm coding, I watch video. And I watched one that he was introducing his girls, and that was a really good video. I liked him introducing his girls. I thought that was really strong, and I like the feel because he's not making up stuff. If that makes sense. I like that. He's kind of like, it is what it is. This is what it is. And how he talks just makes me go, oh, I got to listen to him.
The last one he was talking, the last video I saw, I think it was the last video, he was talking about ranking the best geckos in a point system. That was a good one. I knew what's his name was going to win out, of course, because of the ease and the cost and the readiness of food and stuff like that. I knew leopard geckos would be number 1. Yeah, but if you watch Wally Kern, crested geckos are number 1. So I don't know, but I have to disagree with everybody because I personally think the Picta geckos are the number 1 because Picta geckos, for some reason, they're the coolest little geckos you've ever seen in your life. I'm dead serious. I could sit and watch them things all day because they're first off, they're fast. They're not like the other geckos, where they just like to crested geckos hang around, leopard geckos just look at you, but these little pictic geckos, they'll run out to see what you're doing, and they just pop their head up and look at you, and hide back down, up and then down.
Well, guess what?
You
You need yourself a boom sling. You know what a boom sling is, right?
Yeah, I know exactly. Why would I to eat my poor little pictic geckos?
No, boom slings are just like pictic geckos. They got to know what's going on, and they raise their head up and they'll look. My boom slings, when I had boom slings, they would come out and they would look when I'm in the room, and they would stay out. Now, don't do this at home, but I used to let them out when I used to clean their cage, and they would get on the shelving system because they wouldn't go away. They wanted to know what was going on. They're not scared of anything. Boom slings are nasty, mean, highly venomous snakes. Reputation, leopard geckos number one. What? You want to know something? I did something purposely. You want to know? I don't know if I've ever said this on air. I'm going after cave geckos because of Wally.
That's awesome.
Because Wally said that crested geckos are easier or one of the reasons was because it didn't need heat. Well, the cave gecko is a leopard gecko that don't need heat. So I went after the cave geckos. And to tell you guys the truth, that's awesome. To tell you guys the truth, my dream isn't to be a big breeder.
No,
but you're there. I'm here. I'm there. It is what it is. I would rather breed rare species and have a zoo and have somewhere where people can come in and get educated. I like doing this here too. I like doing this.
Now, I do have a question for you and Wally, since you're both in the room here.
Yeah.
Now, with the pictic geckos, now, because you're a camera guy and Wally knows a lot about the pictic geckos, because you said you don't have any pictic geckos. Am I correct with that? Okay.
I don't have any pictic.
Now, because they're always curious, they're out looking, and they popping their head up and down. Like when I walk in a room, they'll pop their heads out of their hides just to see me come in the room, and then they watch me. If I put this GoPro in there and set it inside the enclosure, would the red blinking light bother them to where they won't want to come out of their caves, do you think, or their hides? Or do you think they would be okay and come out of their hides and check out the camera?
You could try it, but I got a secret for you. Get a piece of electrical tape.
I thought of that too.
Put it on top. Done.
Because I said that in my video today with Cecil. He came out and saw that red blinking light, and he come right over to check it out.
I honestly think if it was a solid red light, I think it'd be fine. I think the blinking's what's getting them. I think the blinking light. Let's see what. Well, why is this? I don't care who's online. Not to the show. Guys, I game, and someone's asking me to join a game. Picked Prairie Dogs of the Gecko World. I agree, but that blinking light, I think is what's doing it. It's the blinking. If it was solid, it'd be different. I'm not sure. I think the 7 has a blinking light on it.
But I mean, I could cover it with tape because I thought of that. Because when I put it in the first thing that popped in my head when I seen Cecil do that today, I was like, you know what? I need to cover that light so it doesn't. I could put
I think you got something going with the GoPro, and I think the underwater is pretty cool. I like that. I like that look. I think that you should keep doing that and go with it and make that one of your signature things. Let's see what Cecil's doing and go underneath. And maybe even take the GoPro. We'll get you one of them sticks. I gotta show you the sticks, and you'd like dive into the water and do different motions. I'm going to give away so much stuff that I know and I don't like it. Videography is all about motion of camera, placement of camera. Okay. Anyone can sit there and take this camera and go boom and talk to it like I did the other day. But there's rail systems and different types of gimbals and different types of things that make the camera move. And that's what grabs our eye. If I would have done my video right yesterday, I would have said like 4 lines. Stopped the camera, walked to a new location, started the camera. Let's see what this is. I know Josh was saying, I've taken 4 videography classes. Okay. I've taken 4 and I'm going to be taking my 5th one here soon. And they're not classes like in a college. There's people that Udemy is amazing place. Okay. Udemy is amazing place. I'm actually taking streaming classes for our radio shows because if people don't know, Andrew and I are trying to do another topic, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. If you
That'll
want.
be a good one. Yep.
Yep. And I use this, but I don't like to. There's a reason I don't like telling people that I know certain things, because I like to learn, and if they think I know it, they won't talk to me about learning more stuff. So if they talk to me and they're like, well, I do this and this and this, I'm learning. I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that. Oh, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this. And if they're like, oh, you took classes, I don't need to talk to you. No, talk. I want you to talk to me. Teach me.
That's the same thing with me. I don't tell people how much stuff I know, only because if I do, they don't tell you nothing. And then I like to hear something, because even if it's something that's not totally the way I would do it, you might learn something from that.
Yeah, like when Wally walks around and he videotapes at shows, I watch him. And I was like, oh, he's doing that. That's a cool little technique. And like at shows right now, I got my GoPro on a selfie stick I was telling you about. I extend it all the way and I put the camera right in their face.
I say, that was a good video.
And what I'm trying to make that like the thing and getting people used to it and make it the thing, and they want to do it. So then I'm going to get customers doing it. And every show, I'm going to, there'll be 8 to 10 of them doing it at the beginning of the videos. And that's what I want to do with it. And I learned that from a car guy. He does a car show, and he takes his GoPro around, and he makes the guy say, wrench it. And there's different people, wrench it. And that's how he introduces people to the show. And I learned it, and I was going to think of a tagline, but I was just like, just say hi. And it goes really good.
The best one was your wife when she said, get it out of my face.
Yeah, she does. I'm the same way, DNA. I am. Let's see, Gary. I love that approach. Great job with it. Thank you. And Dave's here. DNA. This guy right here is an amazing photographer, and I don't even think he knows. His photography is. I'm blown away by it. So.
One thing I learned from Wally is I need to get myself a unboxing hat.
Yeah,
maybe I should do the opposite of Wally and get myself a Chicago Blackhawks hat.
And that's what people look for, and because people watch Wally's videos because he does put out great content.
Yeah, but Wally does a great job.
I promise you, if Wally doesn't wear the hat, people will say it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
They just will. And it's just he's got that thing now. He's got that. Oh, you didn't do that. You're not wearing your hat, Wally. And you tell people are into your videos because they know that little thing. I used to have a thing where I used to show my favorite rattlesnake. It was a Mojave, and every video you got to see the Mojave. It was either eating, and then some videos I didn't. And it was like, "Where's the Mojave?" The hat is my brand. There it is.
Yeah, the hat is definitely. Because I used to tease him. I kept saying to him, why are you always wearing a Blackhawks hat? Because I knew he, and he explained to me why he wears it. But I'm like, you need to pick a different team. You need to get like more teams than just a Blackhawks hat. So then I sent him the Flyers one, and then I'll use this for all my openings.
Yeah, we can even talk about how to do YouTube. When I did YouTube, and I think I peaked out. I had a lot. I had a lot of subscribers. And my biggest thing was I rarely talked, but I always showed the animals, and I did the one video, did one animal. And I'm thinking about making Memphis my mascot. And you got Cecil.
Yeah, that's I said. I really want to make Cecil the mascot.
Cecil. See, I can't say Cecil. Cecil. I think you've got something with that underwater thing. If you start ball training him, I wonder, can you ball train a snapping turtle?
I don't know. He comes when you go in the room. I mean, he'll come right over to you. Becky goes down there and she's like, the turtle's right up against the thing. What's the one? I said, throw some food in, And
that's what I'm saying. You might get it because is it so calm? Is it so tame?
Yeah. Well, except if I pick it up, it wants to run, like it wants to take off. But I'm sure it's some work he can do it. I want to take him outside and let him run around the ground a little bit. And
that's what we're going to do with the tortoises. We're going to take out, now my wife's going to get mad at me when she watches this, Mimsy. She called the sulcatas Mimsy. the Redfoot's Groot, and I honestly forget the little cherry head's name. Shoot. But we got to get to...
What did Wally say there?
Let's see what he's got here. Someone actually heavily criticized me for wearing a Blackhawks hat.
Why would they do that? At your team?
I don't know. And there's people that dislike our videos, dislike Wally's videos. They probably dislike DNA's. Let them dislike it. I'm going to tell you guys a little story on back. I know some people in YouTube. Okay. I know some people that are in that side. And algorithms do work. And the dislikes do work. It is an interaction. It is now, if you get more dislikes than you do likes, it does sort of hurt you, but it still will come up in the recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you an example. There's this guy called Video Game Wizard. If you look up Video Game Wizard, his name is Aaron Kosarski. And now if he's watching this and he sees, because he's on my friends list on Facebook, Aaron is a video game guy. He owns a video game store, and everyone puts this kid down. I mean, the whole time he does live streams, they put him down. They dislike it. He'll get 50 to 100 dislikes and 1 or 2 likes. YouTube still pushes his stuff.
Because he's getting views and stuff. The people are going in. Now, see, when nothing to do with sports.
Seriously?
Oh, seriously? That's crazy. I think people went extreme with some stuff. I mean, I don't want to bring this up, but like they used to have the Fighting Sioux out here. They had to change the name of that college team's name because of stuff. The Washington had to change its name. I guess, I don't know. But he, when Wally told the story as to why he's such a Blackhawks fan, it's kind of, you're kind of like, wow.
I mean, everyone's getting offended about everything else. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Now everyone's going to say, I mean, I'm racist. I'm not racist. I'm farthest thing from it. I look at every single soul as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what color you are. If you're talking to me, I don't care. I don't. I'll help you out the same as I help everyone else out. Yeah. I don't care. And yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
They didn't grow up in the 60s and 70s. That's what the problem is. You grew up in the 60s, the 70s, even the 50s, 60s, 70s. You're kind of a different type of person.
I gave you guys, I got to release the next 3 of my podcasts. I've recorded them. The last podcast was really hard for me to post when I told everyone about my ex-girlfriend, about 12 years ago now, having an abortion. It was really hard for me. And now people know why I have some issues. But she had an abortion behind my back. But if you want to listen to that, you can find it. It's on the podcast. It's on Total Radio, I believe. But anyways, but when I was growing up, I hung around with some really bad people. I was a really bad person, and I regret what I did. But I've never done drugs. I've never sold drugs. I was just a bad kid. I regret. So I stick up for the nerdy kids. Yes. I don't know what to call them anymore. Yeah, I think everyone deserves a fair shake. Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone deserves a fair shake. I mean, I don't judge people. I just cut them out of my life, if that makes sense.
I used to get upset, but I've learned the same thing. Just why get upset? Just move on.
Yep.
So now about this clickbaiting, do you think these people these bigger YouTubers understand as to how this clickbaiting can hurt our hobby? Or because I'm going to tell you something. I've seen a clickbait video and everybody gave this person a hard time. Then it turns around that another big YouTuber jumped to their defense and said, well, they're experienced with the animals. They could do it. They just need to have the views. And it's okay. But don't you do it because you're a little person, with YouTube.
There is no other reason to put clickbait up other than trying to either earn money or gain clicks. That is it. You are not trying to educate with the clickbait title. You're just not. Or the screenshot thing. I don't know what to call it. There's no reason to put something out false. There's none, because I feel there's no other reason than to gain clicks. And then if we're doing a live, we could be called out on it. If I put, Gary gets bit by this and it doesn't happen, they can call us out. But if they do that, now let's say I got bit by a venomous monitor lizard and blah, blah, blah. That click turns into engagement and turns into money for that person. They don't care if they get mad. They don't care. They could care less because they get paid a certain amount of money per 1,000 clicks. Okay. Everyone has a CPM. I think that's what it's called, CPM. Clicks per monetary money or something like that. Okay. So the CPM is by 1,000. Some people make 50 cents per CPM or per 1,000 clicks. Okay. 1,000 views. Some people make up to $30 per 1,000 views. Okay. It does go up. Now, the ones that get the most money are usually ones that talk about financial. When it comes to YouTube, the ones talking about financial stuff, your Bitcoins, your investments, how to flip houses and all this stuff, they usually have the highest CPM. It's a known fact. Okay. So when people say PewDiePie makes the most money, it's just because he gets the most views and it was up there. Now I don't believe he's no longer the top dog. But you want to get your CPM up there when it comes to YouTube. So every 1,000 views per money, an average is around $2 to $3. I've held a grudge. I've held a grudge against. Oh, the Pence. He's talking to Luna.
You know what? Let me. I don't mean to cut you off here, but born and raised in Philadelphia here, and you don't want me to talk about the Penguins. I could tell you that much. They stole our number one guy. Hextall there for coach for a while there, and I don't whatever. We ain't gonna talk about it.
And Tom McDonald's on, dude. You should just comment on there so people see you if you're watching. He just said good live. He just texted me good live. But
everybody can like their own team. Big G. I'm not gonna say nothing about the Penguins because you're on, right?
You guys ready to hear my opinion? Is hockey even a sport?
Oh my! Woo!
Does hockey even have?
This was a nice live.
Does hockey even have fans anymore? No. When it comes, I'm blurry. There it is. When it comes to hockey, I cannot watch hockey on TV, but I can go live. I'll watch hockey game live. And same thing with baseball. I can go live, but I can't watch it on TV.
That was Becky's favorite player there, Wally. Now, did you know that Eric Lindros?
Nice.
Eric, number 88. Yep, she knows. And did you know that he came from the Toronto Blue Jays? He used to play baseball before he became a hockey player, but he ended up being better at hockey than he was at baseball.
Yeah, I used
Emma was looking for you, Mom.
Good old hockey. I will say this: now that I've been in Wisconsin, there's more hockey fans here in Wisconsin, in the Minnesota area, and stuff like that. I'm a football guy. I'm a Cleveland Browns nut. Yeah,
Eagles. I like the Eagles. My number 2 team would be the Minnesota Vikings. I'm sure a lot of people don't like that either. But then when the Eagles played the Vikings to go to the Super Bowl, I was kind of like, I'm glad they won.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I love sports.
All right, the Flyers may only have 2 cups, and the Penguins may have 5 cups. But I'll tell you something: when the Flyers won the cups, let me see, they were called the Broad Street Bullies. They had no helmets and they had no teeth.
How many games?
Teams?
How many games you got to win to get a cup? Like 4, like total for the season.
You're so, oh my God. No, I'm laughing at Gary. He goes, well, is hockey even a sport? And he's
Detroit Red Wings. Yeah. Steelers. Hey, all I know is the Steelers get whooped up on by the Browns now, so we're good.
The Steelers versus the Eagles. Man, let me tell you something. I'll tell you. You know,
Steelers suck ass.
yeah, I'm going to tell you something here, Luna. You don't live in Louisiana now. I don't know if you've ever been in Pennsylvania or not, but there's two cities that sports teams actually hate each other, and they will travel back and forth across the state just to start trouble in the other person's stadium. It got so bad in Philadelphia that they actually have a prison cell and a judge right on in the stadium. So when you do something wrong, they take you right in front of a judge immediately, and you get sentenced right then and there, and you go to jail immediately.
Yeah, when they broke the link.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Hey, but the Cleveland Browns threw bottles at
I
referees.
mean, that made the news when they built the
Yeah.
they built the courthouse right into it.
If I had to choose, and I'm a Browns fan, but
Yeah.
if I had to choose the most dangerous area to go in any football team, it would be the dog pound.
Yeah, well, see, the Eagles have kicked Santa Claus off the field, threw snowballs at him, booed him off.
Oh, if I was a team going to the Cleveland Browns, you don't go into dog pound. The dog pound is sacred. But then the black hole's pretty up there too.
Yeah.
I grew up a minute out of Pittsburgh.
Oh, did you really? So you know.
Well,
you
get everything great that Pittsburgh has, including their name, came from Ohio.
Yeah, see, you can't even be original.
The
Philadelphia is
Steelers
original. We started this country, man.
Yeah, we should talk about live feedings. That has been a big thing lately.
Yeah. Before we go there, but Wally, we need Becky on the show.
We should get Becky on the show. We'll get a third computer going.
Yeah, I got two of them. Becky, Wally, Kern. We want Becky. We need to get Becky on the show. I said I should set you up with the other laptop and get you in there with the other mic and get on there. No, she's very brutal. She could be brutal. But yeah, live feedings. I was talking to Gary here.
Live feedings are just something that. Why is it coming back up? What is the point?
I don't know. You know, with feeding live animals, it was a big thing when I first got into them to feed live, but we didn't even have YouTube or when I first got in and you wanted to order something, it was done through snail mail. What you did is you sent the money to them and you hoped they had the animal. If they didn't, you hope they sent you your money back. But live feedings, I don't know.
Live feedings get to me because I know someone's going to say, Gary, you're a snowflake or something like that, and it's not. One, it takes a really special person to want to sit there and watch another animal die. Okay, we're all animal lovers. We love animals, so to sit there and want to watch an animal suffer and die, it's gonna die. It's gonna be dead. And to enjoy that and say, oh, it's nature, there's something wrong with that, in my opinion, in the first place. And live feedings do hurt the hobby because people say, look, it's animal abuse. I only fed frozen thawed on my for my stuff, even my venomous. I only fed frozen thawed. Now, did I have venomous that had to eat live? I sure did. I had some rattlesnakes that would only eat live. Some of my gaboons would only eat live. I don't know why. That's probably because they're wild caught 4-footers at the time. But again, I think live feeding is only for views, because if you hate it, you're going to watch it. To see what's going on, and then if you like it, you're going to watch it. And I just don't understand the live feeding thing. I don't especially if the animal can eat frozen thawed. I don't understand. It don't click with me.
Well, here's what I was thinking. They do it for views, for one. People who do it a lot of it because they get a lot of views on it.
Yep.
But then again, YouTube there was a petition out about a month ago, maybe. Actually, two of them. One had like 600,000 people signed it for animal cruelty. That was mainly about the Versus one, and then there was another one, and it was about people feeding live animals to stuff, and they think that's cruel too. And there was a comment made by somebody saying, "Well, then Nat Geo ain't gonna be able to put no videos up on YouTube no more." Well, they consider that natural. They don't consider that like throwing an animal in, you know. They think what we do isn't natural is what I'm trying to say.
And Wally, I'm gonna sit there and say it matters where the line's drawn, and it is a good devil's advocate there. If you notice, I don't put up any feeding videos.
Well, here's the thing, like with bass eating minnows, like, okay. If it's a natural thing where they have it in the lake and somebody films it, fine. You know, this is the way YouTube was putting it on their thing. That's fine. That's natural. That's nature. But to have it and throw it in there isn't natural because they're not used to, you're actually taking that animal. That animal has no fighting chance and you're putting it in there. Where in the wild, the animal can get away, where in your enclosure, it can't. Now, fishing videos where they, if somebody does fishing videos and somebody grabs a minnow or something, or you hook it on your hook or something, that's getting views because that's an actual sport. Where what we do, they're trying to demonize what we do in general compared to like nature video type things.
This is how I shoot stuff. And I think is this going to be good for the hobby? Is it going to put our hobby that let's be honest. It's not our right to keep animals. It's not a right. It's a privilege. And there's some people who think that animals shouldn't be kept in cages. So if I do anything to hurt that image, I can get it taken away. And I mean, I'm not going to put out what I've seen, but seeing an animal eat a pinky rat and the pinky rat sit there screaming and sitting there saying, yeah, get that thing, get it and get it and get it. You're promoting that. You're promoting that live feeding. And trying to get the views out of that live feeding. Or like I've seen a lot of venomous people are putting up like live rats because gaboons will bite their prey and lift it up. They do that so it can't get away and it can't damage them. So they'll lift up their prey and they'll say, look, it's dying, and or something like that. And I'm like, well, we already know that that's going to happen. And us as animal lovers, we should promote the most humane way to kill something if we're going to feed it off.
I agree with that one.
I mean, the humane way, if I'm going to give it to, you're going to give a mouse to a snake and it's all it can eat, let's not just videotape it. Let's not put that out there for anyone to criticize us and say, we can't do this. They're abusing animals. Show the ones that are frozen thawed and say these have been gassed. They're killed more humane than the cows that we eat. Let's see. And I agree. I totally that a lot of feeding videos on YouTube are for drama, and it's done right way as in nature. I think it's educational. The gecko to the fish to the chameleon. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think it's all. How should I put it? You ever hear someone say it's not what you say, it's how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not what you film, it's how you film it. I have a video that I probably won't put up ever that hasn't been bought by anybody. And it's a pack of wolves that killed a baby deer. Okay. The wolves caught the deer. Now in nature, the wolf is not going to go after the big buck. They're not going to go after the adults.
No,
they're going to go after the weakest.
The weak and the young. Well, that's even when you're watching like crocodiles or anything like in the wild. They go after the weakest usually.
Yeah. And
I got to put my dog out real quick. So
okay, go ahead.
Continue on.
Yeah, go ahead. And everyone, hit that like button for me. Hit the like button. And what I feel about live feedings, why he's out doing this. See what it says. Sometimes not the way to say it, but how you say it. And it is. And how I film it. Go back on the wolves. They attacked this baby deer, and I got it on film. I literally have it on film, and it's sad, but it's nature. If I put that up, I'll probably get more hate out of that. And that's 100% nature. I did not do it. I just caught film that situation. Then these people that's taking this little pinky rat and putting it in their cage and watching a frog eat it or a snake eat it or the venomous animals eat it. That's the difference is nature's nature, and we are not nature. No matter what we do, for any of our animals, we will never mimic nature, because the animal's going to have four walls it cannot go past. And I always tell people it's a line that's drawn by somebody. Your line might be, I got to feed live. That's your line. Some people's lines are, you don't own exotic animals. That's not my line. I'll own exotic animals. I do have wild caught. My alligator lizards are wild caught. I have African fat tails that are wild caught. Memphis is wild caught. I don't care if they say farm raised. It's a wild caught animal. Farm raised is just a fancy word. That's all it is.
They're trying to make it sound better.
Yeah. I'm loving this going off the rails. It's organic. Yes. And I get so frustrated because, like, good channels, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say this. Good channels like Supreme Gecko. Why isn't he at 50,000, 100,000 subscribers already?
I often wonder that. I've watched every video he has minimum of 2 times. No joke.
Luna Gecko. I have not seen anything on Luna Geckos that makes me go, that guy's just a jerk. I'm like, wow, he's really presenting stuff and he's doing it in a fun way.
I often wondered that too, why he isn't more. I don't know how long he's had a channel though. If you're still in here, Big G, let us know how long you've had your channel.
He should have more subscribers. We should have more subscribers. Orner Exotics and DEA should have more subscribers.
I almost gave up because of my subscriber count, just to sort of
but then you see the people that throw up the live feedings or the drama things. And I'm not talking about the Brian Barcheks. I'll say them names because we know, and the Jays. Jay and Brian Barchek are in a different league. They have a collection that nobody else has. Let's see here. I know why Spring Gecko's channel is so low in subs. It's the host, Crystal Niza. To tell you the truth, Crystal,
she does a good job.
Yeah, she does a good job.
Sorry, Wally. I mean, you're okay, but
he just launched this year. But I still feel that he should have more subscribers. Channels like this, like Wiccan. I've been watching him a lot too, and I love his channel.
Do you notice how he changed, Wiccan?
Yes,
he went to more natural enclosures for all of his stuff. Now you got that Reptilialis. Is that his name? Reptilialis? I can never pronounce it. He does it. He's got a lot of subscribers too. It's 100 and some thousand. But he did natural enclosures, but then now he slowly went back because his animals weren't doing as good in the natural enclosures as they are in his leaf tails, I should say.
Yeah. Now here's the thing about natural enclosures in captivity, guys, and I'm gonna really make some people mad.
It's good. Animals, it might bring views.
Yes, it might make. Okay, when you draw a hard line saying rack systems suck and natural enclosures are the only way to go, you're not thinking of the animals. Some animals do better in rack systems. It could be the same species. I could have leopard geckos, and these leopard geckos could do good in natural enclosure, but these ones aren't doing good. I got to put them back in a rack. This one's doing good in a 32 quart, but this one doesn't do good when I put it in a 32 quart. I got to put it in a 12 quart to get it to eat. We're manipulating animals' lives for our own pleasure.
I can say one thing about this, though. You raise it, you breed a gecko, you have the eggs, you hatch the eggs. They're hatched in a plastic container. Mm-hmm. They go right from a plastic container to another plastic container tub. Then they go from that tub to a bigger tub. They know nothing else. That is what they do. So it does. That is their natural environment at this point in time.
That's what they know, but I guarantee they will know nature is built in us.
It's built, too.
It's built in us. But I mean, I'm not for or against owning reptiles. Someone's going to say you're against. I'm not. I'm just an honest person. I'm a realist. We take animals out of the wild and put them in cubes for our own pleasure. And let's see, what's this? I'm not a huge fan of Wicked fan. Let me know what I'm missing. Maybe he's just a different person. He goes after the beginners, I think, a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of his either, but I do watch some of his stuff. Like, I'm subscribed to him, but I'll wait until he comes up with a video, and I'll watch some of it. And if it's something that doesn't interest me, I won't watch it. I mean, now see the difference between him and Wally. Okay, when Wally does a video, for some reason, something Wally does keeps me entertained from beginning to the end, where I have to watch the whole thing. And then there's other YouTubers out there that do something, and you watch like 10 minutes of it or 5 minutes of it, and you're like, it's kind of monotonous or something. But Wally, for some reason, has got it down to where he keeps you going all the way through.
Like, and that's what's beautiful about YouTube is we all like different stuff. I mean, I don't like Brian Cusco. I don't enjoy his videos, but he doesn't do stuff I like. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch it. Emily, I love Emily and I love her content, but I don't watch Emily's stuff. I don't watch it very much. But she's a different audience. You know, it's like, oh, I know that. So okay, cool.
She hits the younger crowd very well.
Yes. And that's why like Brian Barczyk, I'll tell you guys this now. There's sometimes I watch Brian Barczyk stuff. Let's see. Andrew, watching my videos is like watching for a hockey game. I will tell you this. There are stuff that I watch because they're my friends. I love Wally stuff. I love your stuff. But I got friends out there that I just support because of who they are. Okay. And it's not the content that gets me, it's just they're my friends. But there's content out there I don't like. There's content out there that really turns me off. And there's a leopard gecko breeder. He's a new up and comer. And I talk to him behind the scenes, but I don't support his channel. You want to know why? Because he thinks he knows everything and he thinks he's saying it right, but he's giving out wrong information and contradicting the larger breeders that's been doing it for a lot longer than him. And he's making enemies instead of friends. I wish he would go like this. And if he doesn't know something, to say, I'm not sure. Like, I'll give you an example. Well, I don't know about that morph, but I have hatched 2 of them. And then he goes off on a 5-minute spiel about them. Well, if you only have 2, you know, I've hatched thousands of that.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Come to me and I'll tell you what it means. But then, but he doesn't do that. Or go to Wally, or you know, or go to someone that's a little bit more experienced, and put out the right information.
Now, what do you think of the people that make their own racks? Like I make mine. You get people that think that I've heard this from other YouTubers saying, you know, you look unprofessional if you don't have like one of these expensive racks. And I can't see spending all this money on these racks. There's only one type of wooden rack that I would not use, and that would be something made from melamine. And if you would like to know why, I could tell you why.
Yeah, because of the dye or something of the glue.
The chemicals, it's made from formaldehyde. And if you put heat tape on that, it heats up and it releases the fumes. And there's a huge breeder out there that's like one of the biggest reptile breeders in the country. Built a new facility and moved all their animals into this new facility, and they had all these melamine racks, and their egg production went down. And they couldn't figure out why. So they were thinking it was something environmental, like where they built a building or something. So they had a company come in, and the company goes, well, we're going to do air tests. And they did all these air tests. And they go, like, they had this chart. And they were like, well, where were these bottles sitting at that collected the air? And they told them, and they said it's the melamine. The melamine, because it releases the melamine, the chemical actually lowers the production. That's why they don't make melamine plates to go in your microwave no more.
I wonder if it's all melamine, because Brian Barczyk's, all his colubrids are melamine, all of them.
Yeah, but like the colubrid, he doesn't put heat on the colubrids. It's just a room. When you got a ball python, he's got heat strips on the colubrids.
Some of them, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
No, but I don't know. It could be a thing.
But I know that this person took them out of the melamine, and their production went right back to normal again and up like normal.
I mean, what do I think? I think whatever works, because a box is a box. Does it matter what the 4 walls are? I mean, I like. Did I just do that? I didn't even touch nothing. Whoa, that was weird. But I think if it's your wood racks are beautiful.
Thank you.
I think they work. They heat. It's interesting to see no one has invert feeders versus vertebrae. Well, I don't have. Okay, here's my vision on it. I have no issues with feeding live.
I don't either, because some animals have to do it.
Yeah, I have issues with us promoting it to get views on YouTube to get money because that's the only way you can do it. I think I'm just gonna say it. I don't even care who gets mad. I think if that's the only way you could build your channel, you shouldn't be building a channel.
I won't monetize my channel.
So if your only way to get views is I'm going to do live feedings, and that's the only way you're getting hits, your other content's not worth it. And that's how I feel. If my content's not worth it, okay, it's not worth it.
Moon.
Let's see. Andrew, I think the way you do your videos, especially the series on the racks, is excellent. I love how you built the racks. I looked at it. I think your racks are excellent. There's nothing wrong with wood racks. Anyone that has a problem with wood racks, I mean, what you want PVC instead? I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah,
I mean,
PVC is more well, PVC used to be more expensive. I don't know how much PVC is now compared to wood.
It's just I just people judge people on the wrong things. It's like, yes, that guy's got wood racks. He don't have professional racks. Okay, so he put more money into his animals. Okay, cool. You know, it's wood racks or wood racks. Who cares? Ready for this? My incubators. Everyone else got them fancy incubators with the glass. Awesome. Do it. Do what you want to do. Mine are refrigerators.
Mine are Hubba Babies, but I have a bunch of refrigerator ones too. They're just not in them right now.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I could probably, if my room wouldn't fluctuate as much as it does, I could probably incubate all my female eggs on a shelf.
Yeah, probably could. Yeah, I couldn't because my room fluctuates too much. But
I just don't understand why you get judged by the racks you got or something like that. I think someone should be judged on their knowledge of what they share. It's not wrong to say I don't know. If someone says, how do you breed and get a red stripe? Well, I'm not totally sure because I don't work with the red stripe that much, but let's see if we can find out together.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing a live stream,
people did that more.
Yeah, and let's see what Luna's. Unfortunately, I've moved a lot of every time I moved, it looks. See, that is a point. PVC racks do not break as often.
No, they hold together pretty good.
I used Vision racks when I had my fire. And I missed my Vision racks. It was easy. Vision makes a more economical rack, should I say? They're cheaper than usual.
I often thought about doing Vision racks. If I had to go, I wouldn't go with the bigger metal ones, but the Vision ones, I like them. And I like the PVC ones. Yeah. But I like the PVC ones more for the ball python stuff.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of what you like, what your rooms are like, and all that good stuff. Whatever works for you. The good thing about building your own racks is you can customize them to whatever you want. I mean, if you customize around a corner or whatever you want to do. And let's be honest, some tubs are expensive as all get out.
Yeah, I found the ones at the dollar store here that were flat bottoms for $1. So.
If you find flat bottom tubs, oh God, just buy them.
That's what I've been doing.
And yeah, it's just fun buying the flat bottoms and making your own racks.
Wally, I hope you like my next video series that I'm working on with it's going to come out all at once. I'm going to do one video and it's going to be all in one video, but it's some furniture restoration.
See, that's fun. That's what's awesome. And
even though it's a reptile channel, but
it doesn't matter. But I think you should put out the content that you like, and you're a good carpenter. I think you're excellent. I mean, you were sending me pictures of your house that you did. I mean, you're excellent, and I like your videos with the snapping turtle. I like your videos with and you're gonna grow. You're gonna learn new things. Watch Wally from the beginning when he started to now. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
I watch his videos. I do. Like when I'm bored, I'll start at video number 1 and work my way through them again. And I found his video because I had a crested gecko and I was trying to figure something out. And his video popped up when I punched in. It was him breaking tiles with a hammer to put in the cage. And that's where I've been ever since.
I like that. Gary, let me rephrase that. It doesn't matter as long as it works for the animal. I like it. Good. I think that is it. I think that's it. And now he's saying don't watch. don't watch from the beginning. I think you should because it shows.
It shows
Wally
his
you're
evolution.
evolving. Yeah,
I think
because
it's great.
Wally's taught me how to do certain things, and I love it. And Dave from DNA's taught me certain things, and he taught me I don't like using flash. I like using lighting. But he took a picture of a gecko with flash. I was like, whoa, check that out.
I'll tell you what's good about Wally's starting from the beginning. You can watch about 30 videos in about 15 minutes because they're only like 45 seconds long. I'm only kidding you, Wally. No, I like watching them because it's pretty good. I think you did an excellent job.
Mr. Crawlings, you are an amazing person. So I love the stuff that anyone, let's see. Thanks guys. If anyone had more room for growth, it was me. I still say that it just shows how much someone can learn, and it shows don't be scared to get into the YouTube or entertainment.
No.
If you're taking 15-second clips, take 15-second clips. Wally's really inspirational because he started this way, and you've seen him try something and like, oh, that didn't work. Let's try this and let's keep going. And it's inspirational seeing that. And then I've really gotten to Luna. You asked me, do you know who Luna is? I'm like, no. I remember. I was like, not really.
When I did, you mean?
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
Not really. And then I seen it was Supreme Gecko, or Wally was going to interview him, and I really got into it. And then Wally had that technical difficulty, and I'm like, that doesn't make the show. It was Wally and Luna that made that show.
Sure, yeah.
And I don't care there was technical difficulties. I still learned something that show.
Just Wally, promise me one thing. I was a strict follower of you for the longest time in the beginning. Then you disappeared for many years. Then you're back again. And I was shocked when you started putting videos out again. And just don't disappear again.
That would be a shame if Wally disappeared. The hobby would be hurt.
Yeah.
We need more good people, and that's why I don't like the drama part of it. I don't like clickbait. You're never going to see clickbait from me.
No.
I will get some different stuff up for everybody to see. I'm trying to get my video production back up. Like the thing behind me right now, guys, that's fancy. It looks really cool. All it was is on Adobe. I used Spark. That was a template. Had the camera behind it. And I changed the picture, this picture right here, and put my gecko in it, and then put Warner Exotics. And then I put vlog number one.
Yeah.
That's all I did.
Did I ever tell you about this little
You won that,
thing
didn't
back?
you?
Yes. Let me see. Where did I win that at? Let me think. Supreme Gecko's Christmas thing. The 12 days of Supreme Christmas or whatever. What's it? 12 days of Christmas?
Supreme
Supreme
Gecko Christmas.
Yeah. Day 2, year number 1. I won that.
That's awesome. And that's what we remember, and that's why YouTube's great. The contests are great. The community's great, and I think that building a community is important, but it doesn't have to just be on YouTube. There's people on Instagram, and there's people on Twitter, and they got their own like Strength and Leos. Evan's my boy. Evan is awesome. He's just a really good. If you guys search Strength and Leos, he's just a great guy.
Yeah, but he doesn't do them right now, doesn't he? Didn't he go to college
right now?
He kind of took a break, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he still does his like podcast type of thing now. Am I correct?
Evan lives close to me now. I get to see. I get to see Evan at the shows and stuff like that. The first time I met him was at Janesville, and he was with my other friend Miles, and it's really special. I get to hang out with Miles and Wally and Evan and Dylan and me, and we all just goof off. It's family, and I wish that community I have in Wisconsin was wide. Like we can all disagree on something, but we're all family at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, we don't agree on this, but we move on, and we don't see that online, and I think that we need to. Let's see. Well said. Yes, community is everything. Evan's great, really good stuff coming from him. Evan's amazing people. I'm telling you, he needs to drop out of school and do more shows. College is overrated. I bet you, I watched him talking about college. Evan is special.
I've been watching him since he was young. So
Evan is. He doesn't think so, but if I had his knowledge when I was his age, it would be insane. Evan is just. He's a very special person, and we're lucky to have him in our hobby.
yes.
Reptile hobby altogether. Evan's going to do some special things. If you guys don't know, just keep Evan and Strength and Leos, and just remember his name, because in 5 to 10 years, he's going to be one of the big boys. He might not produce the most. He's just going to be one of the big boys.
What you got to do is go back and start from like video number 1, and then watch him, and you'll see that he's changed, and he's really good at what he does. Yep, I have to agree with that.
Evan's great, and that's what I like doing. If we could talk and just promote people, I'd do it all day long.
I got to say one thing though.
Yeah,
something just popped in my head when you were talking here about how people evolve and stuff like that, and then you were talking about how good he is and everything. One thing about Luna Geckos here, he made me kind of get red in the face the other day when he was on Wally's thing, because I felt like I couldn't believe he watched. Because he was talking about how I should like probably narrate books or something because of my voice or something, and I'm like, what the heck are you coming up with that, bro?
Try it.
But anyway, thank you very much for saying them kind words.
Yeah, and
I meant to say thank you on that.
You can get deep too. You can start doing like this right here, and it gets really deep. You got to do that. You got the voice for it. I have a loud voice, so my mic, as you guys see, it's actually against my third screen. I have it like it's about 2 feet away from me. And I do that purposely because I talk loud as it is, and I can't hear myself talk with these on. So I do that purposely.
I keep one ear off, because if I don't have one ear off, I'm yelling. I'd rather be able to hear.
Yeah. I've trained myself how to do it, but I still get loud. I mess with my volume on my switchboard. I got a switchboard over here and blah, blah, blah. I got tons of stuff here. And that I just figured it out that it works best when it's
Morgan Freeman. I wish.
Yes, I like it. And let's say it's a big gig. A guy used to work with did it for Amazon as a side gig. See, you never know.
I do believe that. Yeah, I see these Audible books and stuff like that, but I don't know.
You got the voice for it. Why not? I mean, if someone says, "Hey, we're going to pay you $5,000, read this book on tape,"
that might be a different story.
See, exactly. I don't know what they pay, but I mean,
you know what pops in my head? What kind of geckos can I get with that?
I was just talking to Laura about that, and I said I need to invest in some other geckos, and I bought Black Knight. I literally bought Black Knight just to take the Clouded, and I already hate him. I hate Black Knight. I know Luna's going to get really upset here. I hate Black Knight. The fertility issue's really getting to me. And my male, I just want to see what it's going to do with Clouded so I can outcross it and still get black geckos. You know that. And I think Leonardo's seen my Clouded in person. I'm almost certain Leonardo's seen it.
Have you been watching Pangea, their YouTube channel?
Oh, once in a great while.
Have you seen some of the stuff that they're doing with because I don't know if I told you, but they're doing some, they have that gentleman on there. I don't remember what his name is right off the top of my head, but he has some amazing stuff that he's like new, like, I guess you would call it a morph, or would you call it a trait or something? Yeah, for crested geckos. It's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, I've seen some of that stuff. I don't keep up with crested gecko morphs, and I should. I kind of rely on Wally. Let's see. Did you mention? Oh yeah, Leonardo did hold it. I was so surprised that's going to be big. So I don't show the Clouded that much, but I took it to a show and showed people. Remember, is that we don't have to agree on, and you're right. We don't. If Luna doesn't know, I have my own line of melanistic. I'm going on 5 generations deep, and Leonardo can say how dark my latest generation is. There's no fertility issues. There's no head structure issues.
I was just gonna say head structure issues. Yeah,
nothing. And I've been out crossing them. I actually just started taking my blood into clouded, and I'm getting some really cool clouded blood. And I'm calling them clouded blood. That's what I'm calling them. It's pretty cool.
And how do you feel about people bringing some in from Europe that are Black Knights, but they're so far bred away from the ones they have here because they're so inbred over here that maybe
that they were inbred overseas. That's where the problem started.
Oh, okay.
A lot of now here's my problem, and I'm not going because I know Luna does pures, okay, and I'm just going off my years of experience. I feel that if I took pure macularis, okay, I took pure macularis and I took a Black Knight and I bred that to macularis, it wouldn't be a cross. The darkness in them geckos would still be Black Knight. Now, if I took Black Knight and I bred it to clouded, then I would get a cross because I'm taking two melanistic lines and crossing them. Okay. So, but if I took a Black Knight to a macularis and then I took them kids and I mixed them up a little bit, I got new blood in there and it'd still be Black Knight.
Now, do you think if you did that, do you think your melanistic line and the Black Knight melanistic line would line up enough to make a darker animal, or do you think
I think all melanistic line is just like orange, just like tangerine. Okay. I do, because charcoal and black pearl can make dark echoes, and charcoal and Black Knight made dark echoes. Okay. Now I do believe Black Knight is the blackest of them all because clouded is more brown, something like the black pearl was. And see, he does outcrossing them too. I like that. I love that. The reason I have pures is for the other breeders that want pures to start a project and versus. I like that. See, okay. My vision though, my thing is if I sold clouded, let's say I sold let's say Leonardo came up to me because he's saying this because you wouldn't expect it. I knew it was dark, but honestly, you have passed it off as another melanistic line, and that's it. I'm not trying to get rich, guys. I'm not. I just seen something and I bred for it. Could I? Leonardo knows this. He's seen it in person. I could release these geckos right now and shock the world and probably charge $3,000 for them. Easy, and sell out and sell 20 of them tomorrow. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for a total different reason. I'm doing it to have dark geckos.
Let's hope my clouded line comes out jet black. That would be cool.
Yeah, and it will eventually. It will. And I feel like let's say I sold Leonardo that gecko I showed him, and he took it home and he bred it to a raptor. If it wasn't another melanistic line, I would not personally feel it was a cross because he's just breeding it. He didn't cross it with another melanistic line. But like tangerine, if I took an electric tangerine and I crossed it to blood tangerine, that would be considered a cross. These two tangerines made these babies. But if I take a blood, they're called blood hypos, guys. I struggle with calling them blood tangerines. They're called blood hypos. That's the original line. So if I take blood hypo and I breed it to my pure macularis line, there's no other hets in it. They're just wild leopard geckos, and I get orange geckos. I still have pure blood tangerines there. So when I breed them babies back together, or I take that baby and whatever I do with them, I take it to another blood. I've still got blood. There's no other tangerine mixed in there. You get what I'm saying? That's what I think a cross is. It's like if I take a black pearl and I take a charcoal and I mix it with the carbon and then Black Knight, them are mixes.
So if you just want a black leopard gecko, why don't somebody just get a cave gecko?
That could do. But the Black Knights, I will say this. Black Knights are the darkest, the blackest. Yes. Clouded has a different look, and Leonardo's seen it, and I don't want to release it to everybody. I don't want to show everyone quite yet. There's a reason. But it's more of a brown. Leonardo can testify. Wally's seen it too, and so does Miles.
Now, if you breed that to a Black Knight, do you think you'll get like a nice silver look, like the charcoal line with what's his name? What's his name?
That was Chris at Suburban.
Chris, that's what it is. Suburban gecko.
I don't know. I have taken the Black Knight male I got. It is not anywhere being a top 10 Black Knight. I would say a scale 1 to 10. The Black Knight male I got is like a 6. And let's see what it said here. Is this how the tangerine? As the first, there were a few lines, and then there was more that popped up. Okay, here's the truth. It's time to get truthful.
Very good. This is interesting now.
Here's the truth with tangerines. The tangerine line started with a gecko that had an orange spot, and they bred for that orange spot and made more orange geckos. Okay, high yellow was a thing then. And then someone else got these orange geckos and was like, well, I want to put more black dots in it. I don't want it to be hypo. Oh, this is this line. Oh, I want banded. So, gosh dang it. Infernos are banded tangerines. So half the stuff that's Inferno, I know some people don't like Pat Klein, okay, of Luxurious Leos. Luxurious Leos, he's now done. He does Pac-Mans, I think, now.
Yeah, he got out of the gecko thing and does Pac-Man, but he's opening a store now, though, too.
Yeah, so he bred Infernos and made banded animals, okay? That was his look. So anyone that calls an Inferno, and it don't have bands, is it really an Inferno? So everyone's bred tangerine to have a different look, and they do all have different looks. Atomic tangerine kind of browns out when it usually gets older. Blood tangerine has that deeper orange color, and there's all these different lines. Okay, the hot gecko. Not many people know what hot gecko is.
No, what is it?
Hot gecko is what made the firewater.
Oh, okay.
So Gecko Genetics. Gecko Genetics is really known from John Scarborough, but it wasn't John Scarborough that created Gecko Genetic, the tangerine line. So GGGs, and there's so many different lines. All it is everyone wanted their own orange gecko. That's all it was.
Is this why you're doing the history of the leopard geckos? So people...
Yes, and everyone's going to be like, Gary's wrong. Guys, I'm talking to the original people. I know some of the backgrounds, okay? But I'm actually talking to these people now and saying, hey, how'd you create this and what did you do here? The geckohistory.com will be put live. You could go to it now, but there's nothing up there really. But I am going to be talking about the history of everything. It's going to take time.
You know,
yes. Hey, good. Yes, it was.
You know, with Pat there, right? I don't have anything personal against Pat. All right. A lot of people don't like him. Well, I don't have nothing personal about him. But what I do have a problem with, he doesn't like to share information.
No frog breeders do.
Well, which is kind of strange to me because, you know, somebody had a question about breeding something and I know the answer. I'm going to help you get there.
I understand it to a point, and this is why. You're talking about hormonal. Right?
Yeah, the hormones, yes, okay. The hormone breeding.
Hormone breeding.
Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to go off there on that.
Oh no, I'll tell you, guys. I'm an open book. If I know it, I'm going to tell you. I am done with hiding stuff. So I understand it to a point because Pac-Man frogs give so many babies. Hormones make them give more babies. Okay, So it's not like leopard geckos where one female is going to give you 10 to 20 babies. One female Pac-Man frog can give you hundreds
3,000
to thousands of babies. So if I teach you how to do it and you breed 10 females and then you teach someone else how to do it and they breed 10, all it takes is 10 females. You're producing, let's say, 15 to 20,000 horned frogs, or I mean Pac-Mans. I call them horned, whatever. And then this person's doing Pac-Mans. And let's say we get 15 breeders. That $25 Pac-Man frog just went to $3. Or they're just dying. It's an animal that honestly shouldn't be produced by everyone because it would be overproduced by thousands. And I mean hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, I understand that. Now, when I asked, you know what, here's what I did. I asked him, I was like, because you can do the rain chamber and all this other stuff and, you know, dial in your environment so that they do it. Or you can do the hormones. So he was saying he did the hormones. And so I reached out to him. I said, well, where can you get the hormones to do this and how to do this? And you know what his answer to me was? This is what turned me off a little bit. His exact answer to me was, do your research. I did. That was all he said. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I mean, I don't agree with it, but I understand it. Let's say I was the only leopard gecko breeder in the world. Okay, I was the biggest dog, and I was the only one that figured out leopard geckos are hard to breed. Well, let's be honest. Leopard geckos, a 5-year-old can breed them now. Okay, well, let's be honest. But let's say they were hard to breed, and I did my research from the get-go, and I found out leopard geckos are really easy to breed when you do this. If I teach Luna, you, and Wally how to breed them, I just created myself competition. And it's a business move. That's what it is. Now, should we share? We should share. It's a community thing, and I share everything, but that's probably what it is. It's more of a business move because they produce so quickly. And let's be honest, leopard geckos do too. Let's be honest. If you got money, you can be competition for anyone in leopard geckos. All it takes is money. And money, it does not take any more talent to breed a Black Knight than it does a normal everyday tangerine. It doesn't.
To be honest, though, but that's with any of the reptiles that I've ever really worked with. Even with like discus fish. When I bought discus fish, they were like, "There's no way you're going to do it." Boom.
Now I will say that once you get into certain species, it's kind of hard. Like I have to set up another room for my cool species.
Yeah,
because they won't go in my gecko room, and Memphis is in my gecko room, and I still have to have his cage up to 125 degrees, and it's difficult. So
I understand that.
So certain species are a little harder than others. Take like Mike Novi. Mike Novi touches a frog and they breed. He goes, "Oh, touch," and they do.
Yeah, he's the one we interviewed, right?
No, we interviewed Nico. Nico's awesome. Nico shares his views. If I hit on how to breed satanics as easy as Leo's, I would break my neck running to get a video. Can you help me too?
Well, not if he breaks his neck. If he falls and breaks his neck, he might be out of it and be like, "But he had to answer."
And that's what it is. Is if how can I put it? I think the Pac-Man frogs just breed too much for them. They're scared that all it takes is 2 frogs and you make 3,000 babies. 3,000 times 20. What do you got? You get what I'm getting at?
I get what you're getting at, because what I always thought of is not that I would ever do it with the frogs, only because, like you said, you got to set each one up as they get bigger into their own individual thing. It could be a lot.
Yeah, and Moonover just said this. I mean, it is, but I'm creating my own competition now too. Like, nothing against Leonardo, but I'm selling to Leonardo and he's local. So he's getting my bloodlines. So, and then I sold animals to you, Andrew, and you got my bloodlines. And, I did the right one. I was looking at it wrong. It's just, we make our own competition, but like I tell people, they're like, "Oh my God, you got these such good animals." And I'm like, well, you can too. I started with stuff I liked and I bred to it. I bred for it. And you now can almost look at my geckos and go, "That's an Orner exotic." If you're in Wisconsin, that's an Orner exotic gecko, because usually they got striped tailing because I breed for that inadvertently. And there's just certain things, certain looks you can do to it. It's just one of them things that if you got money, everyone's like, "Oh my God, the Black Knight craze kind of threw me for a loop," because I'm like, they're flawed. Why are they so much money? They're flawed. You can buy a female Black Knight at 25 grams and it may never produce for you.
That's what's scary about it.
It may never produce for you.
When you spit neck. But then you could be kind of like a shrewd person and say, "Well, I got this Black Knight, it's a female. You want to,
it's just one of them things that
it's like the desert gene in the ball python. The desert gene can't produce any eggs, and if it does becomes gravid, it dies. And that's just a female. And the people who had it knew, and they were producing them and selling them like crazy. People were buying out because it takes a couple of years to raise them up.
Honestly, take the lemon frost. I mean, that's another one. I mean, it's known that it can take years for the spots to show and the tumors to show. And it's proven that just because they don't show them externally, they're internal. It's been known. It's proven. So is it worth And everyone has their line. Get me. Everyone has their line where it's worth to them. Is it worth killing thousands or hundreds of geckos and putting hundreds of thousands of geckos in the ringer to produce a morph just because we like it? I don't produce Enigma. I don't produce a lot of stuff because they're bad. I won't have white and yellow Bell this year. There's a reason. Why is it not? It's like stuck there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Can't wait to try to breed stuff that's more out of the box, less of the base stuff. And I've gotten from you. The others will be cool to breed into my own flavor. It's what makes happen, and that's it. It's a long-term line breeding thing. Just stings a lot more if you spend 2K versus 100. There it is.
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Someone asked me, Luna putting that up. Someone asked me how much I invested in my geckos. I don't know. I don't know.
There's a good one. And how do you feel about the spider gene in the ball pythons? I don't mean to, because they have a wobble. They have a wobble, but now I had a spider that did not have a wobble. But one thing I've learned is if you have spider genes, breeding season usually triggers them to wobble. Once they start wobbling, they won't stop.
Yep.
But there's so many morphs that are dependent on that one morph to make all this other stuff. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about it's a death gene. Like if you breed a spider to a spider, you get the pearls and they die, just like you would if you bred the crested gecko, the lily white to a lily white. It's non-survivable. But how do you feel about that gene? Because it has a genetic flaw.
I think it's the same thing as everyone else. People still breed it because the money. They just use excuses like, "Oh, it's not bad. It still eats. It still breeds." I mean, I don't mean to be downer about it, but I mean, if an animals are showing and you're breeding animals and they're not thriving like they should, I mean, it's an ethical call. I mean,
I've heard a lot of breeders say, well, the spider gene's okay because it eats and it's surviving, but really, if it corkscrews, what kind of
that's why I don't breed Enigma. I don't breed Enigma for that reason. And I'll let it out. My newest male white and yellow radar that I have is producing small eyes. Okay, them animals are now pet geckos. And I will not breed that line. Now, someone says, "Oh, it's vitamin deficiency. It's this." I totally get it. I understand what you're saying, but I'm done with it. I will look for another line. I am a firm believer. There are two lines of white and yellow. One that has the issues and one that doesn't. It has been bred out of white and yellow.
There's a bunch of reptiles that are like that. Like there's both the same thing, but one has an issue and one doesn't.
So my view on things is it doesn't mean that you have to have the same view as me. I produce animals to make money. That's what I do. That's why anyone that buys an animal to sell an animal, produces an animal to sell an animal, is producing them to sell to make money. Do we make lots of money? No. Let's be honest, we don't. So it'd be kind of hypocritical of me to say don't breed spider for the money when I do it, but I do have my line. I wouldn't produce spiders.
But but here's my thing too. But I would never criticize you if you did. Just like I would never say nothing if you produced, because you do you.
They do. I believe that is 100% true. I believe that's 100% true. Is it the white and yellow in the animal or just the animal itself? Is it the white? Oh, the issue. Okay, when the white and yellow happened, and John Scarborough on Gecko Boy has a really nice write up on this and talks about breeding out the spinning because there used to be a thing called white and yellow syndrome, And white and yellow syndrome. Let me see. Nothing. So, but anyways, well, with white and yellow, there was two. There was white and yellow syndrome, and there wasn't white and yellow syndrome. And my original line, I had no spinning at all. And I'll tell you a story about this. My Bell line had no spinning back in 2012. No spinning, nothing. But the white and yellow line I had in Tremper did. I had spinning in my Tremper stuff. Okay. So I stopped breeding the Tremper stuff and I just focused on Bell stuff. And I started doing some really insane Bell stuff. And I sold off my Tremper stuff. I just sold it off. And then the fire happened. Well, then I found my original line of white and yellow Bell. And I started breeding it. And I still have some of that. Well, I bought another white and yellow Bell. And it's not the breeder's fault. It's not. And I bred it. And I liked the look. And it created small eyes. Oh. So the small eyes has been in every single white and yellow. I produced 3 of them, 3 small eyes. So I feel I would not be morally right to produce something with small eyes and push it off as okay when I speak so highly against like Lemon Frost and other things. If it's not good for the hobby, I'm not going to keep producing animals that are deformed and make money off of it. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know how to put it. I mean, people are going to get mad at me. It doesn't take much for me to just say I'm not breeding that anymore. It doesn't take much for me at all. Because at the same time, I adopt out. I just had, Wally sees it all the time. I have pet geckos on my table, and people ask me what's in it. That's amazing looking. Won't tell you. It's a pet gecko, $50. No, the white and yellow, all the white and yellow siblings are fine. 100%. Now I done have 2. I had 2 lines of white and yellow. Okay, guys. I didn't breed my original line. I bred this male this year. I can't produce everything. I can't breed every female. I can't. I can't produce
this question.
Oh, no white and yellow, non-white and yellow. No, non-white and yellow animals were fine. So it's only linked to the white and yellow. But my original white and yellow line that I bred 2 years ago, I still have here. I have 3 females from that group that are from my original line. I didn't breed them this year because I can't breed every female. I have 650 breedable females. I can't produce with all of them. I can't. I can't do it. It's impossible. So now you guys know how big my collection is. So yeah, there's bad news, and I share the bad news too, but I sell them as pets. Night, Wally. See you later, brother.
See you, Wally. Thanks for stopping in.
But yeah, I mean, I can't judge other people, but how should I put it? I do not buy from certain people because of what they produce.
That's understandable too, though.
It's just
later, Don Wally. Okay, before we do the giveaway on the sticker thing, do you want to talk about our other channel we're going to start?
Yeah, we can talk about that. Let me text my. Was looking. So, anyways, yeah, we can talk about that. You like the unnatural, or how do we want to put it? The paranormal? That's what I would say, right? And cryptozoology.
Cryptozoology and like the I don't know, would you consider like aliens and stuff cryptos?
Yeah.
Paranormal?
Yeah,
would you
stuff,
consider that stuff like that? Does anybody here watch Skinwalker Ranch?
I need to watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
Watch it.
But we were talking about that show that was on AM. What's it called? Coast to Coast.
Coast to Coast AM. That's it. Yes.
Yep. Coast to Coast AM. And so we're going to do. I already started a channel. You guys can try search it and find it. It's called The Unexplained. And I already got logos and stuff for it and all that good stuff. We just got to figure out a day that we're going to do it. We'll talk about cryptozoology
Numbers.
Um,
well, at least that's what I was thinking. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I think that these all the reptile people will probably get into cryptozoology more, the Bigfoot stuff, the Loch Ness monster stuff, and stuff like that. What's cool about this is I can get video clips and we can share the video clips with people and talk about it because I can do something like let's see what I can do here. We can do my channel. I gotta really figure this out here. So I can do this, and then I can go share screen, and share screen, and this, go like this, and I can do something like this, and I can share sound too, but I don't.
Yeah.
So there's an alligator that Joe had. This was at you guys. Oh, there's Wally. There's Wally and Nanette. He was eating a lifesaver. There's my high stuff. There's Hissy Fit. I got a sticker from him. There we go. Hissy Fit. Yay. And then I think we're gonna. My daughter's doing the filming here. We're gonna go around and go to. There is a Royal Constrictor Designs, which I can't. Gosh dang it, I can't think of his name. But I'm
Garrick
in here
DeMeyer.
somewhere. Yeah, Garrick DeMeyer. Like right here's us set up. There's Dab Exotics. There's Dylan. There's me set up at New Rothschild. I didn't have a clouded there. Oh, I had low end clouds there. There's us set up. I had nothing at the show. I think I only had like 100, 150 geckos total. I think that's it. Usually I have more than that. Usually people come and they see stacks. There's that. We've seen that. I mean, and then where she sits on his table for a long time. Oh, here's my high thing I was talking about. It's gonna make it go. You guys can't hear it. I should make it where we can hear it, but I make everyone say hi to the camera. So that was kind of like my thing. I make people say hi to the camera. And say my wife saying no, don't do it. But that's what I do. That's what I do. I have fun with it and just do what we do.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good channel to do.
We're gonna do. Yeah, we can do like the paranormal videos. We can like critique them.
Okay, before we do the giveaway, I got a question for Mr. Crawlings here. Why the pied? What's the deal with the pied? What is it with the pied that you don't like? Is it something you don't like? Is it something that you think that's wrong with the pied? But I do understand the super cinnamon and like the black pastel and like the caramel albino stuff with the kinking problems and the duckbill faces and stuff like that. So if you were to incubate them at a slower temperature, sometimes that doesn't happen as bad. But what is it with the pied? Is there a genetic flaw in the pied?
I haven't heard of nothing. There might be. I mean, the spider pied is pretty cool looking, but yeah, I wouldn't buy one. I actually have a spider in the house though. It's a pastel spider banana or something like that.
Does it have a wobble or no?
Oh yeah, I got it in trade.
I'm gonna text you a number. Okay, Gary.
Okay.
And that's the number that people got to guess for the giveaway for the sticker when you're ready to do it.
I was going to watch too.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, let me text this to you real quick.
Cool.
As I sit here and eat.
It's going to be a number between one.
Look, the trick's locked.
Between 1 and 150.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
First
I like
person
that number.
to guess. First person to guess the number gets the sticker. You got to say go and when to go.
Go.
There you go. Go works.
Go. Everyone's come on.
See if anybody. Nope.
While that's going, we could talk a little bit. But that new channel is gonna be pretty cool.
I think it's gonna be great.
Let's see.
Nope.
No, don't say no. Just the first person that pops up, that's who you say.
Oh, okay.
Because you keep saying no, then it's that one person. Just
Leonardo's just gonna go off. Just go off, Leonardo. Just do it.
Yeah.
Leonardo's the only one guessing.
Because it's only one person guessing, Andy.
Well, usually there's more, but I don't know what happened. You know.
There it is.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. 69. 6-9 was on Wednesday, and it was also Hump Day. Go figure that one out.
That's only because I sent you that TikTok.
Oh, jeez. Keep going, guys. What you said? Between 1 and 150.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a while. This is
I
fun.
hear what he's saying.
I said between 1 and 150. It's going to be a while.
There's actually, I gotta learn.
You told me.
There's a way.
No one's got it yet. Oh wait.
No one's got it yet.
135. No.
There's a way for me to do a randomized giveaway on here somehow. I just gotta figure it out.
Well, if no one guesses it in the next 3 guesses, I'm just going to call the winner.
Leonardo's trying so hard.
So obvious.
Oh, wait, though.
Ow.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you. Only 2 people have been guessing numbers. So what do you think, hon? You know what I'm going to say, right?
Yeah, go for it.
I got 2 stickers to give away to that 2 people guessing numbers.
There it is. Done. So Luna, and Leonardo. Leonardo, get a hold of Andrew or get a hold of me. And
Yeah,
I'll send you
DA Exotics on Instagram or, on.
Andy may have 2, but I got hundreds.
Yeah, there's one on the floor too. I dropped one. But Luna Geckos, if you send me your address on Instagram, he's got a sticker.
I got a sticker. See? Oh wait, it's upside down.
Leonardo, you can get me through Gary, give you my information or whatever.
Oh man, I'm a winner. You're the only one that was guessing.
Should we tell him the number? We said the number earlier in the
number earlier.
Eric Lindros.
Eric Lindros' jersey, number 88.
Is that hockey?
Yeah. Is that hockey? Is that hockey? Oh, like yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I think we can get some paranormal people on. I think we can get some people with that have EVPs and all that.
Yeah, I think we could get that on. Like I said, it's gonna be fun. I actually know a person that her father goes out and does ghost hunts. So we could get him on. Also, if everyone gets over to Fauna Radio's Facebook, Fauna Radio's YouTube, we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll give away a pair of blood hypos.
There you go.
Shoot, if I still have a blood hypo tangerine or blood hypo Tremper albino, which mine are insane. I sell them for anywhere from $500 to $800 a piece. If I have one left, I'll put one in there. I'll give you one albino version and one non.
What can you say about that, guys? Put the word out.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Get it done. I'll pay for shipping and everything. Nothing costs nothing. I'll just make sure you have it. And if you don't want blood hypo, you don't want blood tangerine, and you see something else you want, we'll figure it out. My blood stuff's kind of insane. We got, if you want into clouded game, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. That's about it. We can talk about it.
Yeah. So put the word out there and let everybody know, because the more people that get in, trust me, it'll work out in your benefit.
Yeah. We got to get it to 1,000. We get to 1,000. The only reason I want to get it to 1,000 is it starts growing. The channel really starts growing after there.
And 1,000, yeah.
It makes it go up. And now Becky's killing herself.
Yeah. Hey, hon, Ed said he wants to send you another spider.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a little story here.
Tell Ed, I got a pair of cement shoes waiting for him.
Ed sent a box. He had it look just like a.
I think you have it on the video, Andy.
Yeah, one of my videos, Ed sent a box. He even overnighted it, said, I'm sending you guys a gift, right? So
Yeah.
naturally, you're thinking it was in a reptile box. So we opened it up, and there was a big plastic spider in there when she was pulling out the paper. Becky almost did this. Like, that's been what, like 2 years ago?
Oh yeah.
My son hung it hung the spider up on the. We had a ceiling fan in there. We've changed the light out, and now he put it back up on the light because he wants to keep it there. It's pretty interesting. Oh, here
My wife keeps texting me. There we go.
Yeah. Open the box and have that thing looking at you.
I did give some other people some other good
I still
cool
have
stuff.
shoes for you.
The other stuff is we're looking for sponsors too. So anyone that wants to get the stuff out there and stuff, the sponsorship.
I put it back in its home.
I mean, I just want to get stuff rolling and get that all going. I'm looking to put us back on Spotify. When we used to do it on radio, we were on Spotify.
Yes.
I have to get the audio uploaded to the right area of the website, and I can download audio only off of Spotify. Or off this,
okay, that'll work.
And then do it. They won't be able to see the visuals, but everything stays up on YouTube. And
yeah, they can always go over and click and watch it too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking to do stuff like that. It's going to be fun.
I think when we do the if we can get it up on like the other channel about paranormal, I think that we can get that up on stuff too, because I got my old podcasts are all up on iHeartRadio. So
yep, we can do iHeart too. We can do Apple, and Twitter. I'm gonna start working on getting our Twitter going so we can be live on Twitter.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Instagram doesn't allow third-party streaming yet. As soon as they do, we'll be on Instagram. But Twitter allows us to go through Periscope, but Twitter is going to have their own GUI for StreamYard, because we use StreamYard. I know it doesn't look like we use StreamYard, but it does. I pay for I don't even know what it's like, $50 a month. I forget.
So how long will it be before Twitter does that? Like, gets their own little thing up. Do you know?
They said this year sometime. I talked to some StreamYard people, and they said that the Periscope does work. But as soon as Twitter stops Periscope, they're going to do their own. So we'll be live on Twitter. And I want to start doing giveaways. I want to do. I just don't like the look of the.
Yeah. Okay. That makes all right. I thought there was something in there that I didn't know.
So, I mean, I want to get going on getting this bigger and bigger and bigger. I know we kind of started at the worst time because it was like beginning of breeding season for me.
Yes.
It's like, hey, guess what? Let's do this too. But it's getting to be, I'm going down. As some people know, I mean, that one day I collected over 100 eggs in one day. It was a little nutty.
That's a lot. But, and then we can start a what's name too, right? We plan to start a Patreon page.
Yes, I have the Patreon started for Fauna Radio.
Okay.
I just gotta learn the insides and outs of it. I'm thinking about
be on a delay. You know what, Mr. McCrawlings, if you send me your information to DA Exotics Instagram, I'll send you a sticker too. So there we go. 3 people got them today.
Boom, 3, bam. I'm playing with my pliers. Yeah, guys, I play with stuff all the time when I'm on here. I got stuff on my desk. I sit there and I play with all that.
I got little pliers too.
See. I bought these. Okay. I'm building racks, right? And I bought these so I could do the T-tape, and I haven't used them yet. And these cost like $60. But I have them now, I guess. I don't know. It is what
He's
it is.
on a real delay.
Yeah, he is.
Well, when you hear it, you get a sticker too. So just let us know. Like if somebody like Instagram, DA Exotics Instagram, and I'll make sure you get a sticker.
Yeah, we'll get that going. We got the new channel going to be going. I think things are going to be going good. Watch him hit it. Watch him hit it. Yeah, he's on a delay. I got to watch it. Why is it on a delay and it's on YouTube? I wonder if he's on Orner Exotics or I don't know. But anyway, it's past 10 o'clock anyway. We could probably sign off here. And,
He's still going. He's still going. Oh, this is funny.
Yeah, that little delay.
Yeah.
But we can sign off and we can get going on the next one. I know that we have an announcement for a guest we already signed. We will be announcing that here soon. And
I hope he hangs around long enough because he said, "Not why am I on a delay?" I hope he hangs around long enough to know he wins one.
Yeah, I don't know why you're on a delay, but we'll figure that out. It could be something to do with. It could be you stopped and paused the video. If you pause the video, it kind of goes delay. You got to fast forward it again. I don't know.
Yeah, I find that you have to fast forward it and then go back or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out. We'll get it going. But anything you also want to add?
No, just I'm glad we're doing the next show. We're gonna do this show. We're gonna have guests coming on here soon, very soon, and it'll be great.
I'm excited about the guests that we got coming on. I guarantee. I got to mess with. I sent you that little logo thing I did. I'm gonna mess with it. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with it some more, and we're gonna see which one we like the most.
Okay.
Because and we'll go from there. But all right, guys, we are.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Peace.
Yay!